Hello, hello to all the engineers who are there, the future data scientists and upcoming developers. This is Divyank Srivastav and I welcome you all to the platform of PrepInsta. Please let me know in the comment section if my voice is properly audible and the screen is visible to all of the students. I am checking out your comments so that I can address all your queries and help you out with the upcoming placement examinations. Right. So I hope you must have tightened up your belt and be prepared for the upcoming placement exams. Right. I have very interesting topic. This topic is going to be very interesting and it will be helping you out a lot in full-fledged preparation for the upcoming placement examination. As you all know, your placement season has started. Multiple companies are going to come. So first and foremost thing that is matter to you, that matters your accountability, that matters your employability is going to be aptitude, right? Okay, so I am checking out your comments. Is my voice properly audible? All right. Okay. Now though that most of the student might be moving to their final semester of their academic studies. They have prepared, well prepared for their academics. They have scored very impressive score in their academic studies. They have prepared DSA, they have prepared competitive codings. Also they have participated in n numbers of hackathons. They have done multiple internship, or I can say summer internship, or they have performed so well in their particular different life projects. Now that they are shifting towards, they are moving forward to their fourth year. Suddenly they got a shock when they got to know that the most important thing as far as campus placement is being concerned, as per the interviewer or as per the companies, is the aptitude test, right? When reality hits you, you got very really shocked. Whenever you ask your mentor, whenever you have interaction with your seniors or professors, the most important thing that they emphasize is on aptitude. So today I am going to help you out in understanding from the company's point of view, from the interviewer's point of view, why aptitude is important and what we have to study in aptitude and how we are going to crack the campus recruitment examination in the upcoming sessions. I'm just waiting so that most of the student can join the session, and so that we can understand how aptitude is very crucial and how we could decode it in very easier step in just 2 months of preparation, right? So first of all, we need to understand few of the pointers. Okay, let us start this session with a very enthusiastic approach, because right approach is very important, so that we can approach any of the examination in a much strategic manner. Also student, don't forget to comment regarding whatever challenges you are facing or whatever problems you are facing with regard to the upcoming placement examination. We will surely address to all your particular comments or whatever situation, whatever problems you are facing, and top 3 comments will get access to PrepInsta Prime. Many of your students and many of your classmates has already been provided with the free PrepInsta Prime subscription. First of all, we need to understand why aptitude is so important, why every faculty, why every senior emphasize on aptitude. Basically, what a organization recruit people having quick mental ability. They have a basic understanding that a person who has a good mental ability can be a better fit for their company as well. So they conduct a cognitive test just to filter out a student having good aptitude skills. People with good aptitude skills are good problem solver as well. So it's a basic notion from the recruiter point of view that they just want to take a student who are technical sound as well as good with aptitude skills as well. So what are the expectations of companies or MNCs? Suppose for an example, whenever a company comes, there might be possible that there are thousands of students. They can't take thousands of students, so for that matters they just filter out the cream ones, the best ones. For that matters they put a aptitude test so that they can eliminate the rest of the student and they can have the cream of the student, the brighter mind, the best mind among them. Then they are looking for the problem solver. Suppose after 10 or 15 years down the line you are going to be working with on an executive post and you have so much of data with you. So in order to how to handle that particular data, you need to be very strong with your memory skill, with your cognitive skill, with your problem solving skills, right. So this aptitude test checks your cognitive skills as well as your problem solving skills. Then they check student having good calculative risk taker. Aptitude is all about how you are escaping the question and how you are approaching the question in a better, in a best way. So with time you will learn how calculative risk is being taken. Then companies are looking for the potential candidates to employees, right. So they are looking for the candidates who can align with the thoughts of their particular organization and through which the proper training they can be best employees. And then they check analytical and thinking skills. There are many of the sections such as logical thinking, where a company checks how logically you can perform, how good you are in analyzing the patterns, how good you are in understanding the clues, how you can use the logic to redefine the particular data, right. Then what is aptitude is all about? Aptitude is all about how efficiently you can solve the company specific quantitative aptitude test, then how you can prioritize and manage your time. Just understand one thing, very basic one thing, that whenever we talk about aptitude test, then aptitude is not just about mathematical skill, right. Here your accuracy, your time matters. It is a time bounded examination. Dekho, when we are in our academic years, during our primary education, or I can talk about 9th, 10th, the level of the question will remains the same as of 8th, 9th, 10th class. But what matters is how we are approaching a question in a much faster, in a much quicker way, right. Okay, so you can ask your doubts as well. Meanwhile, I am just checking out your doubts as well. Please drop out which year of pass out you all belong to, so that we can help you out in a much better way, because our agenda, our motive is to give you maximum selections, right. Your selection is what our primarily aim is. Then ability to prioritize and manage time. Okay, so time matters more, speed matters here more than your knowledge. Aptitude test is not only just about your knowledge, but how you are reflecting your particular knowledge. So here time is always a crucial aspect. Then ability to efficiently analyze data. Here there is a section of say logical thinking or logical ability, or I can say data interpretation, which have different question where you have to analyze the data and how constructively you can use in order to approach a question, right. Then what are the different sections which are coming in your aptitude assessment? So particularly we have 4 sections: quantitative aptitude, which some of the companies refer to as numerical ability. Second would be your logical reasoning, where your logical thinking would be defined. Third would be data interpretation part, and fourth would be your verbal reasoning or a reading comprehension, where you must have to tackle with the 3 of the different particular subsection, that is your vocab part, your grammar part, and your reading comprehension part. It basically check your ability to read, ability to speak, and ability to write something. Okay. moving forward to what are the different type of questions that come in your assessment. ठीक है, तो कभी भी whenever we have to start the preparation for the aptitude test, first of all we need to figure out whatever the pattern of the question is coming and what are the types of the question that are going to come. So first of all, it is MCQ based test. That means you are given with the 4 options, out of which 3 would be right, 1 would be right and 3 would be incorrect. Second would be puzzle type, third would be guess estimates, fourth would be data sufficiency based question, and last one would be case studies based questions. Okay, any problem with it? You can drop down your comments. I am checking your comments as well. Okay, okay, just wait for another few seconds. I am just briefing you out with the numerical ability topic as well. I will completely tell you whatever topics are going to become and what would be the priority of the topics, what is the going to be difficulty level of the questions, and which topic is tough as well as which topic is easy to particular apprehend. Then we will understand about the prerequisites for aptitude test. First of all, it is a test of your mental alertness. Mental alertness is something which doesn't come overnight. Okay, you have to practice, and with time there would be a time that you will become very familiar with the numbers. तुम numbers देख के you can decode the patterns, right? Your mind would be trained in such a way that just by looking the question you can answer through the given question. Ability to quickly interpret data, establish logical relationship, right? There are certain topics like blood relation, coding, decoding, then I can say number series question where you have to form the logical relationship. ठीक है, तुम्हारे पास डेटा होगा, you are given with the data and you have to deduce the logic, whatever clues are being there, you have to abstract that particular data and you have to find the pattern in order to find the logical relationship, then arrive to the correct conclusion. Data sufficiency based question. Let us assume whenever we are given with the sum of the statement and we have to find the appropriate conclusion for that. So for that matter you will have to arrive to the correct conclusion. Now just relate this topic with the actual life as well. If you are very versed with this particular logical thinking ना, तो ऐसा होगा कि तुम लाइफ में भी एक अच्छा एक justified particular decision ले पाओगे, right? So it will help you out to become a better human as well. Then make the right judgment as well. ठीक है, whatever judgment you are being taken, तो ऐसा नहीं होगा, तुम रियल लाइफ में भी देखोगे ना, तो ये जजमेंट ही तुम्हें रियल लाइफ में भी एक अच्छा बेटर ह्यूमन बनाते हैं, राइट? Okay, first of all I will make you familiarize with the examination pattern of different MNCs so that you can understand what is the importance of these particular topics, why this section is common to all. ठीक है, if you just go with the particular TCS based examination pattern, you will find out that 3 of the subsections are coming: numerical ability, that is your mathematical skills, reasoning ability, cognitive skills, and then verbal ability, English based skills, right? In the advanced section 2 you will check out that further most important topic would be quants plus logical advanced coding, right? Now if we check about cognizant, यहाँ पे भी here too you will find out that the particular topics are common, sections are going to be same, that is reading, grammar plus speaking skills, then quantitative part and logical reasoning. If we talk about skeleton of the exam for the Wipro Turbo, right? So you will find, or Wipro based WILP exam, okay, quants, logical, verbal. In the same way these common sections are going to come. If we talk about Deloitte examination, then too quantitative is common, reasoning is common, right, and language skills or you can say reading comprehension based or verbal skills is common. If we talk about Tech Mahindra, then too these 3 topics would be, these 3 sections are going to be common in everything, right? Quant section, logical section, English section, quants, logical, English, quants, logical and English, right? So what we can conclude from here this, that these three sections are going to become in each and every of the assessment, no matter how well, how precise and how fluent you are with the technical skills. Your technical skills are secondary, because first of the elimination round will be around the aptitude only. If you got shortlisted with the aptitude test only, then only you are going to be judged, then only you are going to be tested with your particular technical skills. So first and foremost thing would be aptitude. So start preparing for now. It's never too late to start for to have a fresh start, right? Now understanding the topics, right? Their difficulty level, the importance of the topics, brush up concept and attempts and practice questions. Okay, I'm just checking out your comments as well, so that if you are facing any sort of problem, I can help you out. Okay, so these all are systematic approach of all the topics. Why I am saying, why I am emphasizing on systematically approach or systematically arrangement of the topics? Just relate it with a web series. Web series could be any web series. Just take an example of your favorite web series. All you just perform is, pehle you go with the episode first, second, third, fourth and fifth, because each and every incident happen in a right structure. In the same way, first of all you have to do the basic calculation tricks or divisibility tricks. What are calculation tricks? There are certain tricks through which you can solve any type of mathematical operation in a much easier method, right? It will take a second to approach to the answers. For an example, I have 1 2 3 into 999. Okay, since in mental ability question, in mathematical ability question or in quants based questions, these particular generally we have to solve so many of particular mathematical based calculations. So how many seconds will be required to approach this question? Hardly 2 seconds. Hardly 2 seconds, and with the help of tricks you can approach to this question. So first of all you have to be very smart with your tricks. You have to learn the tricks, because in each of the question from the quants part you have to do any sort of calculations. If you just learn these calculation tricks, you can learn how to solve the question in a much easier way. That means it will hardly require 5 to 6 seconds. Then we will learn with the number system. Okay, I have also categorized what is the importance of what is the level of importance. So these all are very high in number. Difficulty level would be easier question, and if we talk about the problems on ages, mixture allegation, time and work, time is speed and distance. So generally the difficulty level of the question is primarily very difficult based question. Okay, so I have categorized so that you can strategize your particular studies with these particular time duration. Brush up concept, that means if I talk about any of the topic here, for an example you start with the preparation chapter for the percentage, then you have to give first and foremost 45 minutes to brush up your concept, to study, to go through, to get familiar with the concept first. Then you have to attempt the PYQs. Why attempting the PYQs is so important? Because if you just look at the previous year questions of any particular assessment examination, you will find out a common trend, that is these companies basically keep the raw data. ठीक है, वो बेसिकली क्या करते हैं, क्वेश्चन की वैल्यूज को बस चेंज करते हैं. दे जस्ट ऑल्टर द वैल्यूज और दे ऑल्टर द नेम्स और कैरेक्टर्स, बट the difficulty level as well as variety of question remains the same. So what if we excel with the previous year question? If we solve the 5-year previous year question of different assessment examination, we can debunk the questions that are going to come in the future, right? And it's always suggested, it's very like each and every faculty of yours would be suggesting to you that you have to solve the PYQs so that you can easily tackle any of the assessment exam in future, right? Then practice question, so that you can practice the question in a much quick time. For that matters, you always have to take care. You have always have to give the mocks, or you have to always take with the stopwatch. Okay. You can take the screenshot of these particular topics as well, because these topics are actual common topics of all the assessment examinations. Then you have to do with the complete preparation plan for the second most topic. Earlier we have understand the topic from the arithmetic part. These all are arithmetic section, which is most important. Then we will have to cover the topic from the basic mathematics, or I can say advanced mathematics. These all are sections from the advanced mathematics portion, right? Advanced mathematics means mensuration, algebra, trigonometry, logarithm, inequality, statistics, geometry and data interpretation part. Importance would be, I have just categorized these particular topics. You can take the screenshot so that you can strategize your preparation from today itself. Brush up concept. First of all, you have to brush up with the concepts. Then you have to attempt the PYQs. Then you have to go with the practice questions so that you can familiarize with all the particular topics and you can gain the confidence, you can become comfortable with these particular topics. Now the question will arise in your head is, how I can prepare these topics from very scratch level. For that matters, I am going to just debunk the secret. Okay. So all you need to have is, you can go for the PrepInsta Prime subscription, which is providing you more than 200 courses with just one subscription. What you have to get in this particular section? So first of all, you will be getting popular languages based track, from where you can excel with the basic programming level. Okay. For an example, you are from a non-IT background and you want to switch your career, you want to start preparation for the coding from very initial, from very beginner level. So these tracks will be helping you out in your all over in your end-to-end preparation for the basic coding. Also, if you want to prepare for the game based aptitude, psychometry or quantitative aptitude. For an example, you are very good with your technical skills, but you do blunder mistake with the aptitude and you want to prepare aptitude from very scratch. What you have to do is just go with the basics of the aptitude, then you can get the tracks which are helping you out from your end-to-end preparation for the aptitude test. Here we are providing not only the conceptual lectures, but we are also helping you out with your end-to-end preparation. That is, you are going to get the access of previous year questions here, quizzes question here, practice questions. Also you are going to have the other question as well, through which you can prepare from very scratch level, right? So these all are particular tracks. In the same way, you can do your preparation for the reasoning section as well, right? So okay, that was for the aptitude portion. Now if I talk about the logical reasoning, because a lot many students have a dilemma, they have a confusion that both the aptitude part or the quantitative aptitude part and logical part are quite the same, but in reality they both have a variation, they are very different from each other. The variety of questions is very different. The quantitative aptitude part basically check your mathematical skills or your mental alertness, mental abilities question. But if I talk about logical thinking or logical approach or basically reasoning, it check about your cognitive skills as well as your logical skills, right? So if I talk about the topics which are most important as far as your campus placement examination are concerned, are number series and alphabetical series, coding and decoding, analogy and classification pattern, then blood relation, directional sense, syllogism, analogy, calendars, clocks, right? Then we have symbol operations, sitting arrangement, puzzles. If I talk about the sitting arrangement and puzzles, if you go with the any of the campus recruitment placement examination, these two topics absolutely have a coverage of 20% question from the reasoning. Okay, so these two particular topics are most important. Then we have common topics from verbal and non-verbal reasoning, that is counting figures, cubes and dices, orders and rankings, deductive reasoning, visual analogy, data sufficiency and embedded figures. These all are categorization as per of their importance. Difficulty level, brush up concept, how much time you have to devote. Then you have to attempt PYQs at least 20 for each topic, so that you can be familiar with whatever type of questions are going to come, so that you can be familiarized with whatever questions has been asked in the previous assessment, and then you have to practice question to gain the confidence in it, right. You can take the screenshot of these particular topics as well. Number series, alphabetical series, these are most important topics, okay. Coding, decoding, blood relation, directional sense, okay. So these all are topic which are most important. And one more thing I just want to emphasize is, you can't show a single question which can't be solved with the help of short tricks. So for the complete aptitude as well as for the reasoning part, you have some sort of tricks through which you can approach to the answer very quick manner in just 5 to 6 seconds, right. How you are going to recall the tricks, how you are going to learn the tricks, for that matters PrepInsta Prime is going to help you out, because in that particular video lectures you are going to get the access of all these tricks which any educator is going to tell you, right. Then at last we have verbal section, okay. So if I talk about verbal section, so synonyms and antonym based question are going to come, conceptual vocabulary based question, error identification, sentence improvement and construction, tenses and articles, preposition and conjunction and reading comprehension. If I categorize in 3 portions, first would be, you can say vocabulary based, which has one word substitution or synonyms, antonyms, or we can have phrasal words, okay. Then second portion would be grammatical base, we can say grammar or grammatical base. So in this basically we have error identification, right. Then we have question around the tenses and articles. Also we have preposition and conjunction, narration based question, okay. So these are subtopics from the grammatical point of view. And third would be your reading comprehension or RC or unseen passages, okay. So these all are primarily 3 of the particular different set of questions. Now how you can approach, how you can learn these particular topics in a much easier way, best way would be to practicing the vocabulary. अब मैं अलग से I won't emphasize कि go and just read out the newspaper or something, ठीक है. अब vocabulary पढ़ने के लिए, to study with the vocabulary part or to study with the, to become comfortable with the verbal section, the best way would be reading. It could be any of sort of article, whichever you are very much comfortable with. Suppose you are very keenly interested with the particular newspaper font, right, or you are very good with the sports, you are good with cinema, you can just go with the articles around these particular topics, okay. Even if you are very you are thrilling loving or you are crime loving, so just go and just read out any of the articles which are based on crime thriller or crime series, right, or any of the particular topic which are very political based debates. If you are very much interested with, you can go with the articles which are based on the political issues, right, or social issues or environmental issues, so that you can become familiar with the words as well as context. अब होगा क्या इससे, जैसे जैसे तुम रीडिंग की हैबिट डालोगी ना, रीडिंग इज ओनली द की, तो रीडिंग की हैबिट जैसे जैसे डालोगे तुम इतना ज़्यादा उसमें इवॉल्व हो जाओगे, इतना मतलब आर्टिकल्स को लेके कुछ जो भी तुम्हारे पास रीडिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग होगी, इतना ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो जाओगे दैट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड द पर्टिकुलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट. एंड फॉर दैट मैटर्स एरर आइडेंटिफिकेशन के क्वेश्चन बहुत ईजिली यू कैन टैकल. Also you can tackle the question around the vocabulary part, because reading makes you much familiar with all the particular vocab part, right? Now, average time for solving a question. Okay, why I am emphasizing you? Because a lot many students just find it hard to tackle the question from the aptitude section. For that matters, first of all, just I want to break out your particular dilemma. Many of students are thinking that in a actual placement based assessment they are getting a lot of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But ideal time to solve any of the calculative based questions is just 30 seconds. Either you solve the question in 30 seconds or you just skip that particular question, and then when at last you get time, just approach that question. But always aptitude check how you good with the skipping the question, because you have to manage your time in such a way that you have to attempt at most number of questions, right? Here just single marks, just each and every single mark matters, right? So for that particular instant you have to approach the question with the help of tricks. You can solve the question with the help of tricks only. What would be the right approach for aptitude? Right approach should be quick is equal to trick. How you are going to learn the tricks? For that matters, first of all you need to understand the common topics of all the specific assessment. If you go with the assessment examination of multiple companies, you will find out that there are 95% topic is going to be same. So first of all you have to complete the common topics for all the assessment. Then you have to go with the short tricks. अब जैसे ही तुमने concepts पढ़ लिया, right, you are familiar with the topic, right, then you have to learn the short tricks so that you can approach to the question in a much quicker, much precise timing. Then you have to go with the calculation tricks, formula less techniques. Why I am emphasizing so much on PrepInsta Prime subscription? Because in these lecture I will make you, handhold you to be enabled with the formula less technique. If you just go and watch my previous free lecture sites, free lecture videos on this particular channel, you will find out then I have never told my student to mug up the formulas. All the particular question can be solved without formulas. So I just emphasize on formula less techniques. ठीक है, तुम कोई सा भी क्वेश्चन लेके आओगे ना, I will help you out in decoding these particular questions with the help of without formula techniques. Okay, just with the help of ratios you can decode any sort of question in actual assessments. Then there are certain optional elimination techniques. Okay, there are certain smart guesses techniques through which you can approach to the answer. देखो, आंसर अप्रोच करने के दो तरीके होते हैं, राइट? एक तो one step would be, one method would be either you are familiar with the concept or you are familiar with the technique which you are going to through which that particular question is going to be solved. So या तो फिर step wise तुम calculate करो and you can approach to the right answer. Second approach would be you just eliminate 3 wrong options out of 4 and ultimately you will get the right answer, which would be the 4th option. So that is called the elimination technique. 4th would be a calculative guess. Okay, there are certain calculative guess techniques through which you can just expect the right answer without even doing the calculation. And last would be a smart revision method. Revision is the key, right? So at last, whenever you are done with your concept, when you are done with the tricks, you have to go with the smart revision method through which you can maintain your consistency as well as you can recall the concepts that you are already studied. Then you have to follow this particular step, that is selection of a good resource. This is the most important thing. देखो, कभी भी किसी कहीं से भी पढ़ो, resource can be anyone, ठीक है, but make sure that resources would be authentic, it should be updated with time, and the faculty or the educator who is your mentor, whoever is guiding you, has the relevant particular skill set, right? Then you have to preparation from the books. Never go blindly with the books. First of all, books are not updated with the time. Secondly, many a times there are different companies or there are different campus recruitment examination where with time they are altering the syllabus or they are altering the difficulty level of the examination. So I will never suggest my student to go with the books. Also, there are no short tricks on the books. If your educator or your mentor is giving a lot of time in defining these questions, in refining these questions with the help of tricks, then why you want to go with the conventional techniques? Never go with the conventional steps, conventional methods. ठीक है, तो never approach the question with the help of traditional method. Okay, so you have to be very consistent with your studies. Also you have to understand the art of skipping. What is the art of skipping? देखो, never take question on your ego. ठीक है, पर्सनली कभी भी ऐसे नहीं सपोज करना कोई भी क्वेश्चन को अप्रोच करना दैट मैं तो ये करके रहूंगा, आई एम गोइंग टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन नो मैटर हाउ मच टाइम आई एम गोइंग टू टेक, राइट? बिकॉज लाइक no interviewer or no examiner is going to mark you exceptionally exclusive out of this particular assessment examination. Here each and every marks count, here each and every question matters. तो वहां पे अलग से तुम्हें क्वेश्चन नहीं मिलेगा, अपने ईगो पे कभी मत लो. क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है, if you are not able to break down that particular question, just leave it, just mark it that you will just approach this question at a last moment. ठीक है, अभी वन बाई वन सारे क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट कर लो, जस्ट गो टू द अनदर राउंड, लास्ट में व्हेनेवर यू आर लेफ्ट विद सम ऑफ द टाइम यू कैन अप्रोच दिस क्वेश्चन. बट कभी भी ऐसा ना करना कि वहां पे अपने ईगो पे ले लो कि मैं सोच करके रहूंगा. ठीक है, एज यूजुअल द टॉप 3 कमेंट्स विल गेट फ्री access to PrepInsta Max. Also I just want to introduce with a student with the Prime 200 plus courses under one subscription and how I can help you out. Just try to understand one thing. As I have told you that there are certain tricks through which you can approach to the right question without even solving the question. How you are going to get it is through the PrepInsta Prime subscription. For an example, you want to study for the logical reasoning and you are facing a lot of challenges with the concepts, right? So here traditional method is not going to be help you out. For that matters you have to be very precise with the short tricks. Short tricks how you are going to learn is from the conceptual video, where you are going not only the concept clarity but also you will be enabling to understand these particular topics with the help of particular tricks as well. तो हर एक particular chapter की एक trick उसके साथ में होगी. So by tricks you can easily solve any of the questions. If you face any sort of challenges now, you can even watch my previous videos which are absolutely free and which are available on the PrepInsta channel, right? And you can watch that. I have never ever told my student to solve these questions with the help of tricks. So basically if I talk about PrepInsta Prime, it is a Netflix for updating yourself, upgrading yourself, and for providing you the certification, for enabling you with the futuristic technology, right, which are very helpful at the time of your particular interviews and at the time of your assessment as well. These all are particular tracks. These are companies track, popular skills based track. You can enable with the generative AI courses, data science courses, data analytics courses. Just a second. Okay. Acha, how I am going to help you out is you can avail the maximum discount on these courses with the help of my coupon code, which is going to be DIV10. So what I basically help you out with is the coupon code. You can use my coupon code, that is DIV17, to avail the maximum discount on these particular courses. If you follow the right approach, the right systematic approach, you can definitely going to nail the campus recruitment training, campus recruitment placement drives in the upcoming seasons, because all of you know that multiple companies, many of the MNCs, many of the global companies are going to take you as a employee in the upcoming months, right? If you face any sort of challenges, just write down in the comment section and our team will surely address you. Also, there is a Google form in the video description of this particular channel. Just fill it so that we can help you in every possible way. Okay. So on this particular good note, I am just ending this session. Hope you are doing well and performing your utmost duty towards just single dream, that you are going to take placement in this 2025 session. Thank you all the best.